Hello, I was writing a rather exhaustive post for the community and decided that a quick demonstration or OES project is worth 1,000 words, as they say. So I'm going to just go ahead and go through it. This is a quick, cool little production that's dead simple and I think is pretty useful actually for folks that are at like connectathons or hackathons or maybe in some sort of production use where you're trying to cross the streams a little bit with using managed file transfer services like Box, Kiteworks, or Dropbox. So what it really solves here is that you can take transaction bundles and you can drop them into either Dropbox or whether your desktop or through the Clown Suit GUI or through the client or through the API if you wanted to, right? And you would drop those into there. The business service, which are out of the box components for Iris, would then ingest those. There's a neat little 14-line business process that takes those transaction bundles and uses a class to ingest them into the FHIR server. And then it splits up the bundle and gets our resources ready for immediate consumption. So like I said, I wanted this to be quick, and I did. And I want to stay true to that, so I'm going to get rid of this stuff and I'm going to give you a quick demo. So here is the FHIR server with absolutely nothing in it, right? The idea here is I'm going to throw some bundles in using the clown suit for box, or that one's Dropbox or box right here, and then I'm gonna have the counts go up. So I'll do the demo first, and then I'll kind of cycle back. I'm going to drop some bundles in here. These are from Vulcan from a couple of weeks ago from the Connectathon. So we're going to drop these in the FHIRDrop app in FHIR is where we're going to go because that's our inbound. And I'll go ahead and those up there. And those should go up. Now the business service on here, yeah, business service is set to delete these or trash them. I think it has 3 different options. I think trashing is what I ended up doing. So if we go back to our production, we should see from Dropbox, we should see some messages. So let's see. So is this? Yeah, this is it. So this is a recent one. I have Zoom pumped up a little bit so you can see ones are getting queued, some of them are getting completed, and we should be able to go over to the FHIR Accelerator and ask it for, and you can see that as it's going, our Dropbox integration is working, which is pretty cool. So that's going. I don't know where it tops out at. We can boop, come out here, and then I'll just do the same for box really quick, and I'll give you a quick tour of how this thing is set up. So I'm not getting away with no glasses on this. I don't think I wanted to, but it's not working out. Okay, so this is how it works. So you can go from Dropbox, like I said, and then send it to your FHIR server so it's available and splits up that bundle. Or you can send it and cross the streams. You can send it to another MFT, which is Box. So this will go to, from Dropbox. You take that submission refile. You can send it to 4 or 5 different places. Here it kind of crosses the streams, which is kind of cool. So there's that. I'm going to do the box one to see if this thing's dunsies. And it's good enough for me. I think what I'm going to do is whack it so that I can show you that both are working. Oh, forget it. Thank you. Jeez, that was painful. All right, so I'm going to whack all the data in there and try again. So I'm back to zeros, absolutely nada. Come into FHIRBox, and we'll do the same one over here just for completeness. And we'll take a look at our production, see if it's getting busy. It appears that this is from Box. I can refresh this. Yeah, it looks like it's delivering messages. We go to the message viewer and wow, this is an annoying zoom, but sort of necessary. You can see them getting processed too, so that's pretty cool. And then if we go out to FHIR, you can see it getting loaded up almost identically because it was the same number, and it's splitting those up into their own resources. Yeah, this is the Vulkan stuff because a lot of the medication stuff is in there. So that's that. That's showing you that it's working. That's proof. Now I'll just go briefly into how the sausage is made. These are out of the box components, like I had mentioned earlier. You give it the name after you configure the connection. I'll do that next. The source file in your Dropbox is, this is box is rep. You can play with this a little bit because you, in configuring these, you can either use your whole Dropbox or a particular app location like you do in Dropbox. And similar on the outbound, you have to kind of play with where these go on the outbound. I think Box supports that one, but with Dropbox, you need to do something like this. I don't think this is right. I think you need to do that. Sorry. So there's that. So what was that one? Dropbox. I'm gonna do Box again, really quick, and make sure that those end up on the other side. These should be processing and done. Yep, they are. But let's do it again. And the idea here with this integration is see if we're crossing the streams. This should populate the from box folder. Let's keep an eye out here. Yeah, and there they go. So they're getting created out there as we go. So this production piece is working where it's going from box through the business process to make it available on a server, and then what was that, Dropbox? It's actually making it out here to Dropbox. So yeah, I briefly went over the business components where yes, the question where the meat of the work is done in these managed, I keep using the wrong keyboard, managed file, what is it? Managed file transfer connections. Yeah, can never find those. So here's Box. Give it a name, choose a service. There's 3 of them, Box, Dropbox, or Kiteworks. Give it an SSL configuration. Stuff's pretty straightforward. This is just an email address I found. It's not anything tied to any of these accounts. Here's the base URL. I put these in the post. They're kind of elusive in the documentation. You got to give it an OAuth 2 name. I typically match that because this creates an OAuth 2 client for you, as you can tell. There's a client ID and client secret. I can possibly go into the back end here and show you that. And then the redirect URL. It's important this guy matches on both sides, right? It should look a little something like that. It's kind of annoying how it disappears, but it comes back. So that's how you build up your connections. Once you have your connections, you hit this button here to authorize them. And when you authorize them, it's an OAuth 2 conversation to do it back. Some of them support like refresh tokens. So like Dropbox, I think, will just get me a new one, which is kind of cool. So both of those connections are alive, connected, and have active tokens to access those APIs and work through there. So that's how the connections are built. And if we go back to the production, I do want to kind of show you that these are out of the box. This is a custom one, but it's absolutely no big deal. The object that gets sent over here, boop, the object that gets sent over here, why did that happen? In a trace is an MFT stream container, right? So we need to just strip the stream off of that before we send it to the MFT process, and that class looks a little like this. And this is available for where is it? What is going on here? Oops. What did I click here? I'm gonna have to get out of there and go back in. Unbelievable. Here's the class. All right, so your peer request comes in your business process. This is the thing that's doing all the work that we're taking credit for, is this data loader class in HS package. We create a new data loader, send it to FHIR Server in this ridiculously long name of our app, which is also the URL for FHIR endpoint. This is where we take the stream container from MFT, strip it off there, and then submit that particular stream. Streams are fast and great in Iris. There's lots of ways to do that, and other languages as well. They're significantly faster way to do things than like lifting it from the file system and submitting it, I have found. So that's that. What else? I think that's about it. That's the tour. I didn't want this to turn into a massive production, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. But yeah, any questions on the post, just see if I can get back to answering them. Yeah, that's it. I'm 5,000. Bye.